Scotland Yard, the crime took place at 24 Culver Street, Paddington. The murdered woman was a Miss Maureen Lyon. In connection with the murder, the police are anxious to interview a man seen in the vicinity, wearing a dark overcoat, light scarf, and a soft felt hat. Motorists are warned against icebound roads. The heavy snow is expected to continue, and throughout the country there will be a certain freezing, particularly at points on the north and northeast coast of Scotland. Further in the news...
Mrs. Barlow? Mrs. Barlow? It's cold. Does look nice. Oh, how stupid of Giles. Gosh.
Molly! Molly! Molly, where are you?
Doing all the work, you brute.
Oh, there you are. Have you stoked the furnace?
Yes, I did.
Oh, darling, your nose is cold.
I've just come in.
Why, where have you been? Surely you haven't been outside.
I had to go down to the village for some stuff I'd forgotten. Did you get the chicken netting?
Oh, it wasn't the right kind. I went to a second dump, but it wasn't any good either. Practically a whole day wasted. Lord, I'm half frozen. The car was skidding like anything, and the snow's coming down so thick. What do you bet we're not snowed in tomorrow?
Oh, dear. I do hope not. If only the pipes don't freeze.
Ooh, that's not good. We'll have to keep the boiler stoked up. I do hope they bring the coal soon. We haven't got much left.
Dear, I do want everything to go well at first. First impressions are so important.
Everything's ready. Nobody's arrived yet, I suppose.
No, thank goodness. I think everything's in order. Mrs. Barlow's hooked it early. Afraid of the weather, I suppose.
What a nuisance these daily women are. That leaves everything on your shoulders.
And yours. This is a partnership.
Well, just as long as you don't ask me to cook.
No, that's my department. Anyway, we've got lots of tins in case we're snowed up. Oh, Giles, you think it's gonna be all right?
Got cold feet, have you? Are you sorry now we didn't sell this place when your aunt left it to us instead of having this mad idea of running it as a guest house?
No, I'm not. I love it. And talking of a guest house, just look at that.
Well, it's pretty good, isn't it?
It's a disaster, don't you see? You've left out the S, Monkwell, instead of Monkswell.
Lord, so I did. Now, however did I come to do that? Oh, it doesn't really matter. Monkwell is just as good a name.
You're a disgrace. Go and stoke up the central heating.
Across that icy yard. Should I do it for the evening now?
No, you don't do that till 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
How appalling.
Hurry up, someone may arrive at any minute now.
Have you got all the rooms worked out?
Yes. Mrs. Boyle, front floor poster room, Major Metcalf, blue room, Miss Casewell, east room, and Mr. Wren, oak room.
I wonder what all these people will be like. Shouldn't we have gotten some rent in advance?
No, I don't think so.
Well, we are rather mugs at this game.
They bring luggage. If they don't pay, we hang on to their luggage. It's quite simple.
I can't help thinking we should have taken a correspondence course in hotel keeping. We're bound to be had in some way. Why, their luggage may be just bricks wrapped up in newspaper. Where would we be then?
They all wrote from very good addresses.
Well, that's what servants with forged references do. They may be criminals hiding from the police.
I don't care what they are, so long as they pay us 7 guineas a week.
Oh, you are such a wonderful woman of business, Molly.
According to Scotland Yard, the crime took place at 24 Culver Street, Paddington. The murdered woman was Miss Maureen Lyon. In connection with the murder, police are anxious to interview a man seen in the vicinity, wearing a dark overcoat, light scarf, and a soft felt hat. On the north and northeast.
How do you do? Can I take your coat?
Thanks so much. My taxi gave up at your gate. Wouldn't attempt to drive. No sporting instinct. Are you Mrs. Ralston? How delightful. My name's Wren.
How do you do, Mr. Wren?
You know, you're not as old as I'd pictured you. I'd been thinking of you as a retired general's widow, the Indian Army. I thought you'd be terrifically grim and Memsahibish, and that this whole place would be simply crammed with Benares brass. Instead, it's lovely. Quite heavenly. Oh, this is a fake. Ah, but this table's genuine. I'm simply gonna love it here. Do you have any wax flowers or birds of paradise?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, what a pity. Well, what about a sideboard? A great purple plummy mahogany sideboard with carved fruit on it.
Yes, we have, in the dining room.
In here, I must see it.
Do come and warm yourself.
Absolutely perfect. Real bedrock respectability. But why do away at the center mahogany table? The little tables just spoiled the effect.
We thought guests would prefer them. This is my husband.
How do you do? Horrible weather, isn't it? Takes one back to Dickens, Scrooge, and that irritable Tiny Tim. So bogus. Of course, Mrs. Ralston, you're absolutely right about the little tables. I was being carried away by my feeling for period. If you had the large mahogany table, you'd have to have the right family around it. The stern, handsome father with a beard. The prolific, faded mother with 11 children of assorted ages. A grim governess and somebody called Poor Harriet. The general dog's buddy who acts as a general dog's buddy. He's very, very grateful for being given a good home.
I'll take these up. Oak room, did you say?
Yes.
I do hope that it's got a four-poster with little chintz roses on it.
It hasn't.
I'm afraid your husband's not going to very much like me. Have you been married long? Are you very much in love?
We've been married just a year. Perhaps you'd like to see your room.
Ticked off? But I do so like knowing all about people. I mean, I think people are so madly interesting, don't you?
Well, I suppose some are and some are not.
No, I don't agree. Because you never really know what anyone is like, or what they're really thinking. For example, you don't know what I'm thinking about now, do you?
Not in the least. Sherry?
No, thank you. You see, the only people that know what other people are like are artists. They don't know why they know it, but if they are portrait painters, it will all come